Good morning, young people and new people. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you hit the likes, it does what the likes are supposed to do, get other people to watch it. I do pretty good. After my videos do get published, they take 24 hours to go through. I don't know what that means, but if you're watching me live, well, okay. All right, so anyway, I'm trying to figure out what is going on with our situation overseas there. Young people, I want you to realize a couple of things, okay? The way you get your information, if you stick with just that one kind of way of getting information, like social media, okay, or the news, fake news, it's all fake news. We didn't have that whenever we were growing up. We got whatever the news was telling us, and we pretty much just went from that. But with the new people, you guys got all these media platforms that gives you many different views. So just try to remember that whatever media you're using, it could be fake news. They could have, I don't know what they call it, the right, the left. They had all kinds of terms in the 2020, since, I don't know, since like the year 2000. They added all those kinds of attributes to the news. So, I mean, do you want to listen to the people that you agree with, okay, but they could be wrong? Yeah. Okay. We've been in war situations before, and I can't really say, because of our news outlets back then, if these war or skirmishes were approved by Congress. I think Congress is like, my name is West, keep my name out that mess. So just kind of keep that in mind, because when you look at their votes, they're not really voting against him. I'm like, okay. I think what we were looking at was the Emergency Powers Act. Hi, Michael. I think we were looking at the... Hey, Michael, how you doing? I think we were looking at the Emergency Powers Act and one other act that we didn't learn about in school, and we sure don't know that many amendments and constitutions and stuff. Most of us know the Second Amendment. Hey, most of us know the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, maybe the 13th or 14th Amendment, and that's pretty much all we know. I remember I had a court case, and I did it pro se, or I represented myself. Impropria persona is the way you want to go, okay? I remember that the questions that they give you to ask the jurors, I don't know if you know this, but look like they picked like, I don't know, 20 to 30 people. And you can approve 5, and the opposition can approve 5. Hey, Abid. Okay, and they have approved questions Now, if you are going to be part of a jury selection, they don't ask you what questions would you like to ask the jury. You have to pick from approved questions. Okay, and uh, none of those approved questions has anything to do with the Constitution. So, for example, I'm thinking, is this person that I'm picking, do they know the 13th Amendment or the 14th Amendment? And I'm pretty sure they don't because we weren't taught that way. And why would we go out of our way to learn more of them? Okay, so I don't know. Maybe that's the reasoning. Maybe that's the reasoning for them to come up with these 5 questions. Okay, so the orange man, respectfully, I saw I saw a YouTube video. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it later on today. It says that the Supreme Court is going to arrest the orange man. I'm like, okay. Now, before I'll watch something like that, I have to make up in my mind that the person who's doing this video, he may have receipts. He may not have receipts. It could be his opinion. He could be for the orange man, or he could be against the orange man. So, young people, whenever you are getting your information, basically you have to look for receipts. I'm for it. If not, just know that what you are watching is for entertainment. Okay? Now, I try to give helpful information. I'm trying to give you the game on a normal person's who reached in ripe old age. I'm trying to give you the game on some of the stuff that you're going to go through. And I love to throw in some of the Bible, even though I know that the Bible is corrupted. Hey, Thorn. Let me see here. Oh, hey, Thomas. Welcome back. Okay, so even though I won't have any receipts, but if I tell you something, you can take it to the bank. That's the kind of receipts I have. Because why would I lie? Okay. In that type of genre, but any other genre, in any other entertainment genre that YouTube offers. Remember, if they're not giving you receipts, it's just information. It's just someone else's point of view. Okay. Hey, Gazlib. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I see some new names on here. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Once I reach that milestone, I guess there's something I'll be able to do. Monetize, stuff like that there. I am kind of monetized, but I'm not going to try to use this as a second source of income. But it's a wonderful outlet if you have something to say, something you want to share. These are cool. I mean, they're free. I was speaking to a young man the other day. He said he didn't know how to start a YouTube channel. So that's one of the easiest things in the world to do. But once he told me what his age was, I could see what the problem was. So I did give him a little fatherly advice, and then I had to move on with whatever I was trying to present. Because most days I'll try to present something to you that I am experiencing. I don't want to present something to you that someone else is uh, presenting. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you something that's current and relative to me that I think you're going to experience. Okay? All right. So, I love this job. They say that if you find a job you love, you'll never work another day in your life. How many of you on here love your job? Ooh. And anybody? I'm going to take that as you either love your job and you're just not going to talk about it, or you don't love your job and you don't want to take the chance that your employer might be watching this. So I could feel you on that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and watch that video, and I may say something about it, but at the same time, I think it's just for information purposes. Sometimes what I'll do, if I watch a video and if they say something, and even they may put it up as a fact or something like that there, what I'll do is I'll pause that video and I'll do the typical research that I think most of us do, or research the way that most of us do, is I'll type it in the URL and see how many other people are reposting it, or if it's a fact or not. Like, you can ask ChatGPT. Okay, I'm not really all that into ChatGPT, but if I could see that others are saying something about it, I'm like, oh, okay. Then it's okay for me to share it. If not, if I do share it, if I didn't research it, and if I think it's entertaining, I'll share it. If it isn't hurting anyone. If you are the big wig in charge, you are automatically going to get the public opinion. So you got to take the good with the bad, because you are in a public office. Okay? So I'm full stop on that. So this morning, for some reason or another, I knew that it was cold because I had snow on my car. And I feel so bad for people in the blizzard area. I looked at the news and I saw people got like 24 inches of snow. They're using their home snow plows and stuff. I'm like, holy moly, we haven't had that type of snow for a while, since Snowmageddon. And these people who have this, though, they're in areas like Michigan, Chicago, stuff like that there. So they're kind of used to it. But I don't know how people could live in areas like that. I believe that I was born in this area, and I'll probably die and get buried in this area. I don't mean to be morbid, but it isn't nearly as bad as some of those other areas. They just will not move, and I don't imagine that they are able to sell those places. So I think that's probably the best case scenario. They just won't move. They, I mean, I guess they had a couple of good years or something. The property was affordable, and they bought it, and they just got stuck with it. I think what helps them is we had this thing called act of God. And if you have damage to your property, like I think if a tree falls on it or something like that, uh, you can't file a claim, an insurance claim for that because it's an act of God. Okay, so kind of be ready for that, young people. You really have to read your you really have to read your contracts because they really got I don't know. They really got you. If you're in a situation where you're getting a contract, if you're signing a contract, you need to put that in the hands of a competent counsel. If okay, if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, if all you can do is afford to buy the house as much as that cost, you might not be able to afford a counsel. You're going to be in for a big surprise. They always tell you to read the fine print. What they don't tell you is you might not understand the fine print. They use legalese. They're talking a different language. Insurance for them and insurance for you, it's two different words. Okay, so so good luck. Best case scenario, if someone in your family owns a house, best case scenario. If somebody in your family owns a house and if they leave it to you, all right, you're kind of okay because you're going with you know what the house has been through. Chances are pretty good you have been in that house, but just to go out and just buy one because these houses are old. I mean, even the ones that look new, but by the time you get to the point where you're going to buy one, these are old houses. Okay, so full stop on that. So I learned about IULs a long time ago. I think the Honorable President Roosevelt or somebody like that. I can't think of which president it was, but he had something to do with. Hey, homeless man. Hey, Alexander One. How you doing? Okay. I think he had. Oh no, not him. Rockefeller or one of those guys. He is purported, without receipts, he is purported to establish his wealth by using an IUL. Okay? How long have you been homeless? I'm not homeless, but thanks for asking. No, I could not imagine in my nightmares or in my wildest dream sleeping in a tent in this weather. I'm not sure where you're from, but maybe that's doable wherever you are. But I'm like most Americans. I am one paycheck away from being homeless. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, times are really high. Times are really hard out here. Everything is getting more and more expensive. You got to figure if you're going to get medicine with your little sick, or if you're going to eat food, or you're going to pay your insurance. You know what I'm saying? And don't have credit cards. I got like I don't know 6 or 7 credit cards. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm going to go ahead and pay those down. I have 2 or 3 that I use for chump change. Where can I donate? 5,000. I'm $ RICKEYD 413. Okay. That would be an answer to my prayer, Alexander. Thank you for that. And I want you to know that I'll pay it forward. Okay? I'm from that type of kingdom. I understand that most of what I get is that a sentence? No, you said, where can I donate? $5,000, right? Alexander? I'm like, hey, if you're going to donate 5,000, I was telling you where to donate. Okay. I think that YouTube likes to have the donations come through them, but I don't have a donut. I'm sorry. I do not have a donate button, so I use like the Cash App, and of course I'm on Zelle. If you're interested in doing that, I'm also on PayPal, and on PayPal I am Sing Praise and the number 8. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because if you donate on YouTube, they take a couple of dollars off of that. So, okay. So you could go to let me see. Where can you go? You can go to the Cash App, and I'm at $ Ricky and the letter D 413. Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you for that. So they don't really allow you to have camps here in our city. It's just a little small city. They don't have camps here. This is not like California, where they are really hurting out there. We wonder, for those of us who are on the same page, we wonder how we could be spending all this money on war and we can't handle helping people who are sleeping on the street. Now, to be fair, they're sleeping on the street in California, so I mean, I guess that's good, but people in other places, what they'll do if you are in need of a camp here, they'll send you to a organization or something like the Goodwill might have a place where they can place you. But I live in America. Where are you from? Alexander? Where do you live? Show me a homeless dude. I mean, no, I'm not homeless. Being homeless, that's kind of, people don't want you to put them on camera. What kind of person are you? I mean, being homeless is one of the lowest parts of someone's journey here on Earth, and we're not gonna put them on a public platform. YouTube is not private. Okay. Okay. So, hey, if you are a philanthropist, I'll be giving you information, and you got to know how to do that. So, that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. I hope you do what you say you're going to do. I hope you keep your word and not just be a person who somehow 31 years old, sir. All right. Keep going. I am twice that age. So I've been through a lot. I was homeless, but they have places where you can go here. Okay? So you can go to the Salvation Army. that there are places where you can go. You don't have to be on the street, but there are homeless people who prefer to be homeless. Okay, even though it's cold out here, I'm a giving man as well. And the people that I know that are homeless here is I know they're homeless because I see them all the time. So they're not really doing anything. They don't have a job. They'll take like $2 for you or few. Sometimes I get stuck. I am known as the kind of giver who is good for twos and fews. I heard a comedian say once. But sometimes I'll give a five. All right. If I go to a restaurant or something, I'm the type giver that I'll give my server a $10 tip. And the reason why I'll do that is because I remember how it made me feel when I was a server and I got a $10 tip. Okay, so being a server at a restaurant, you ain't making that much. And even though in 2026 they got restaurants and stuff where you can make $17 and $18 an hour, it would seem like a lot. So, like, say you started it today, it would seem like a lot. But it really isn't if you compare it to someone who's been making $17 and $18 an hour for like a couple of years. It's like if you are a temporary employee, you actually make more than the regular employee. But the thing is you're not making as much as that employee has made over time. Okay, so over the time that they put in. Okay, so anyway, all right, I'm 31 years old. All right, Alexander. Okay, I'll give someone else $5,000 if you don't want it. Thanks for your time. I did tell you I want it, and I did tell you where to send it. All right. There's others struggling. Okay, but I'll find someone. You seem to be doing okay for yourself. Yeah. The Bible says. Here we go. The Bible says that the Creator and the attribute of His Son has never seen His sons and daughters begging bread. So, so far, I haven't had to do that. I'm old enough now that I'm at the age where I can probably qualify to be in a senior citizen's home. So, all right. Yes, amen. See you later. All right, Alexander. So don't forget. The Cash App, I'm $ Ricky D 413. Okay, I'll check it later and see if you put something on there. All right. If not, I'm going to tell others tomorrow that you put some money on there. I would appreciate it. Any amount would be appreciated because not only not only are others having a difficult time, I'm having a difficult time out here, okay? You're not homeless though, bro. Okay. I'm sorry. If you're looking for someone that's homeless to help, if someone is homeless and could use that type of help, I don't think they'd have a cell phone. Okay, so I'm barely holding on to mine. If I wasn't a senior citizen, I probably couldn't afford this one. One thing you're going to find, young man, at your age of 31, they really take advantage of you all. I think they look at you all like, well, if you want something and if you don't make enough, then get a second job. I think they really teach you all like that. So, for example, when I was 31, I think I had 2 jobs. Okay, and I had a girlfriend, and or actually, I got married, and I was a student. Okay, I don't know where we get the energy at the age of 31 to do the stuff that we can, but if you're in a position to help someone, just help them. I don't know. I help the person that's in front of me. Okay, I don't help because they're homeless. I just help because there's a need. I can see that there's a need. If I see somebody standing at the cash register and they're like 50 cents short or something like that, I'll give them 50 cents. Okay, or I just might give them $2 and tell them to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to reach my first milestone of 1,000 subs or subscribers, and I'll subscribe to yours, Alexander, if you're so inclined to either help me or not. But yeah, you could help me just by liking and subscribing. Okay, that's good advice. I'll send it to some waitress. Thanks, mister. Okay. All right, go donate at local food bank. You can usually do it online. No. Oh, okay. What are you going to do? What is that? Sleetsco? Can you donate? What do you donate? Money for a food bank online? For our food bank, whenever I go, twice a year, they will give us a $25 gift card. But it's like anything else. It's just like this young man. He's like, well, you're not homeless, so I'm not helping you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has some kind of thing. If somebody needs some help, and if you're there, just help them. Why do we have to qualify even our giving? I'm following I kind of give the way the Creator of heaven and earth intended for us to give, to so love that we will give our only begotten Son. Or the Creator so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So the best thing I could do, since no one is asking me to do that, is I can give you the shirt off my back. Okay? I don't think with these kind of people that are in our society, I might not want to let them in and spend the night or anything, but if it got really down to it, I would let them sleep in my car, and just pray that they don't tear the thing up. But if I see somebody laying out on the street, or here's what I did. All right, because I just did this recently, and if you've been following me, you probably heard this story already. But anyway, I leave out for work, or my hustle, or side job, or whatever this is, and I go up a hill, a little incline, and I come down the hill to the main street. Okay, and at this time of day, the traffic is kind of picking up. Okay, so I'm not going to be the only person on this particular street. Okay, so I either wait for a car to go or they'll let me go. But once I turn onto the main street, there's going to be many other cars there. So there's going to be kind of like a line of traffic. All right. So there's one light. Then there's a second light. So this is 2 blocks. I went 4 blocks. All right. But as I turned onto the main street, I went 1 block and I looked out of my peripheral vision and I saw someone sitting on the ground. Okay. Now, there was other people who saw that person there. It was a line of traffic. Okay. Now, my consciousness, I used my peripheral vision, but my consciousness and what we call the prompting of the Holy Spirit let me know that that person was having an issue. And the reason and the way I knew they were having an issue was because they were sitting down. Okay, at that time of morning, to be sitting down outside in front of somebody's house, you just assume that there is an issue. Now I'm going somewhere, and I'm going to tell you the story. Okay, so I'm keeping up with traffic. Now I got to the all right. In between the first light and the second light was where I saw the person sitting. And then I got to the third light. This is when my consciousness kicked in. All right, something told me to go back and give that person a couple dollars. Okay, I'm good for a couple dollars. I don't have $5,000, Alexander. So I give from my lack. There was a lady in the Bible. She had what we call, in this Bible story, she had 2 mites, and there were some people who could there who probably gave $5,000. Okay. To this day, we talk about that lady who gave that 2 mites. And the person who was presenting that day made a profound statement. He said, this one with the 2 mites is giving more than all of you because they gave out of their lack. All right, so I use that kind of giving. I think of that. I have to give out of my lack because I just don't have it. So anyway, so now I get down to the I'm third light. Now I'm looking for a place to turn around. Okay, because I had enough time to go and do a philanthropy thing and still get to work on time, because where this person was almost at the intersection. So all I had to do was do my philanthropy thing, go a couple of feet, turn right, and then turn right. Okay, and then turn right and then turn left. Okay, and I would be back on my merry way. But here's what got me. All right, number one, I didn't have a dollar or 2. All I had was a 10. Where I make my little side income, we have to have what is called a bank. Okay, so if someone comes, because I work on a parking lot, so people pay. So I have to have change first thing in the morning. Nobody's going to pay me with a 50. So best case scenario, I have to have change for them to park, give them change out of best case scenario a 20. So we try to have at least $20 a day. Now that's what they'll give you that on your first day. All right. And when you move on and find another job, technically you should give that $20 back. But this is a generous, I'm kind of, all right, Alexander. Okay, so this is, all right, we'll see you later. Okay, so, hey, finish listening to the story first. It won't be more than 2 minutes. All right, so now I turned around. Uh, I made it back to where this person was sitting. By the time I came back, the person was standing up. I turned my flashers on because, again, it's traffic. So I gave the person behind me enough time to see that, hey, I got my flashers on, slow down. So all I had was a 10. All right. So I rolled down my window and I extended my arm so this person could take this 10. They were leery of reaching into someone's car because I got to tell you something. People are really rude to homeless people. Ask me how I know. All right, Alexander. Okay, now hold on. One more thing. Okay. The person reached into the car. It was a woman. I was like, oh, wow. That kind of caught me off guard. Now, one thing I know about women, they have kids. That's the first thing that came into my mind. So when I did my little dip, I'm taking the right turn and then take the right turn. There's a little store there. So I figured, well, let me get out real quick and get her some fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, okay? And I turned around, I made it right in, and I came back with the fruits and vegetables I had. This is the type of giver I am, okay? So if you want to help me do that sort of thing, I could use that. The more I have, the more I'll give. You don't have to worry about me taking it and going to Disney World with it. Okay, but thank you for your time, Alexander, and I I hope you have a nice day today. Okay, I'm going, bro. I walked away too far. Can't hear you no more, sir. I've gone too far, sir. All right, Alexander. I'm going, bro. Too far. I can't hear you. I already said goodbye. I'm too far. All right. Goodbye, people. All right. Hey, Adams. GTG. Okay. Adam, actually. Adam, not joking. Adam, that was my next guess. Alexander, let's see if he sees it. Oh, okay. The number is 7. This offer expires in 3 minutes. The number is 7. Okay. Good luck, David. Thank you. Oh, hold on. What happened? All right. I'm not gonna see cheat. I'm not gonna cheat. Gotta wait for his pick. All right, 5-7. 5-7. Oh, what were you doing there? I have a number 1 to 10 I have picked. If you or Adam picks my number, I'll give you 5,000. Oh, geez, no, I didn't see that. Sorry about that. Food insecurity makes people greedy. Yeah, you're right. I got about 20 cans of tomato sauce, or diced tomatoes. That's kind of like a staple. We go to our food insecurity place every 2 weeks, and they give you that every time you go in the box. All right, Adam, I'm broke. All right. Sleaze Taco, go donate at a local food bank. You can usually do it online. Yeah, just, if you don't want me to have it, that's fine, as long as I know somebody got it. Hey, Amy, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm realizing that winter this year is going to go all the way up to the first day of spring. We haven't had a lot of bad winters, at least up here in this part of town or in this part of America. But whoo, we had snowmageddon already over the last 6 months, and it was like 70 something degrees there, maybe about 10 days ago or so. No, I don't know what happened. Today it's freezing cold. It's like, I got on my hoodie. I got my. I always wanted one of these. I used to see the young people wearing them, but uh, if you are in an area where you are leery of your young people, you don't want to see a young person walking up to you like this. Okay, so I never really got one, but with this cold weather, oh boy. And we also have signs in our convenience stores or other type retail stores that they have a sign no mask. Okay, so I didn't really ever get one, but since I started this, I'm pretty much on my own, so I can go ahead and I can go ahead and wear this mask. They're really pretty warm. But the problem is that this doesn't stay up. All right. I mean, I got a big black nose, but I can't get it to stay over my nose because I talk, and as I talk, my jaw is moving, and eventually it'll slide off. But it's good if it's if it gets cold. I could throw it up there. Okay. Oh, thanks. I just got these. These are prescription glasses, Amy. And what I decided to do was get these kind with the thin frame because I don't know if you wear glasses, but whenever you take them off, briefly, you could still see the frame outside. So I'll take them off now, and I can still see the frame. All right, if they are the big, thick ones. So this time, I just decided, okay, let's get some thin ones. And even though I took a eye test or eye exam, I still have to pull them up like this so I can read. So in order for me to read your name, Amy, it looks good on you. I have to pick these. I have to pick them up and look out the bottom of it like this. So the person who did mine, he probably should have bought them like a little higher, like half and half. But then you have to put your head down if you want to read something. Or if you don't want to read something, if you're just watching TV, you don't need it as strong as it is down here to help you read. I'm like, it's complicated. I wonder if anybody on here has tried those clear glasses. I see them on the TikTok shop, and it's called Clarity Vision or something like that. There, I'm at the age where we think that if something sounds too good to be true, it is. So I just don't want to keep buying stuff and getting ripped off. I don't have it all like that. Shoot, I had a little nest egg whenever I retired, but holy moly, it didn't last as long as I thought it would, because again, things are really expensive. I know you guys are probably paying attention to it now since gas is going back up again. But do you know how many times that we have had the government shut down, and you have to rely on your little nest egg? I mean, think about it. Okay, I was watching a video the other day, and the TSA people, they're walking out now because they can't work without pay. I've been a federal employee before. It was one of the best jobs I ever had, but I made the most on it, and I stayed with it the longest of all my employment opportunities. But I feel so bad for you young people. They'll pay you $17 and $18 an hour to work in a restaurant, but they won't give you 40 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boy, I see people at, like, for example, my convenience store. I don't know. I think that they only come in maybe 2 or 3 days a week. And it might not be straight. It might be Monday and Tuesday, and then they come back in on Friday. And then they kind of rotate the employees like that. I mean, my thing is, the store's going to be open for 40 hours, at least 40 hours a week. I mean, just hire somebody and pay them for, let them work for 40 hours. But that's just me. I'm not an employer. I do want to take over the parking lot I have. I got an EIN number. I'm going to go ahead. I picked a name for my company. And so I'm going to go ahead and pay the LLC fee, which isn't too much. The LLC fee is probably the same amount I would spend on little crap that I'm taking advantage of. I'm buying, like vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and stuff like that. I have so much stuff like that. I haven't even gotten anywhere near using any of that stuff. So I guess at some point I'll get back on it. But when I was interested, I did pretty good. I'm taking it initially, but sometimes I just lose interest in stuff, and I'll move on to something else. Now I have all these unused minerals, nutrients, and vitamins. So maybe I'll get back on it. People say that eating healthy and eating healthy stuff is more expensive than eating processed food. Well, the only thing I can tell you, it might be inexpensive when you go to purchase it, but in the long run, you're going to pay for eating that processed food. So far, if you look at a gorilla, you got to figure it now. How does this gorilla? How is he 100-something pounds heavier than I am, and all he eats is bananas? And whenever I try to eat healthy, my weight goes down. I'm like, oh, holy moly, I don't weigh that much anyway. So for my weight to go down, I find that in order for me to go to what I think is my winter weight, I have to eat processed food and ice cream in order to keep my weight where I want it to be, because I'm outside all throughout the year. So I don't want to be skin and bones out here. So anyway, try to learn how to, alright, so full stop on that. Alright, so young people, I want you to try to learn how to meditate. It is wonderful. I want you to try something new. If you're broke, you're going to have to, whatever you're using to sustain you or whatever. I mean, this is kind of like a no-brainer, but if you're broke, you're going to have to try something else. If you are used to getting a job or that's not. You could have a job and still be broke. Okay, most of us who have jobs, we're living paycheck to paycheck. So you're going to have to try something else. You're going to have to try starting your own business. Okay, you're going to have to invest in something. Okay. One thing about investments in the stock market and these meme coins and stuff like that, they let you gain, but they take it back. How many of you know how many times the stock market has crashed, or the Bitcoin market has crashed? Often, often. I remember I had a pretty good job. I was a temporary, and people liked me because I'm kind of talkative. One of my supervisors was investing, I think, in a 401k or something. She was feeling some type of way. I was talking to her. She told me she lost 30 G's in a stock market crash. So, I'm not that much into investments then or now, but I was like, oh man, take that money out of there. She said, no, it'll go back up. So I guess it did. But so I tried investing a little bit. It helps. It fills in. Uh, it it fills in. When if we're living paycheck to paycheck, if you have some investments, some stocks, some bonds, and some bitcoins and stuff, you can sell it, and it does fill in when you're at your paycheck to paycheck thing. But the problem with that is it'll start rising again, but but it's not quick. It's not fast enough. If you take some money out, it'll take you maybe, I don't know, maybe a year to build it back up. And that reminds me, I've been putting everything on auto pay. I want you to know, don't take any of those 7-day free trials. Stop that, because they just pick your money away because you forget to cancel it. All right, and don't do the auto pays. All right, because you can cancel it, but you have to wait until the next billing cycle. So at the beginning of the month, they're going to take those auto pays out, and then the next month, your auto pay will cancel. So these are just things that I'm learning as I go. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel some of my auto pays, because my auto pays take a lot of my income. Now, I don't mind. I've set it up that way, so that way I don't have to worry about paying, and because I always want to pay on time. So I just do the auto pays. But now that things are getting so expensive, I'm going to have to take those auto pays off and pay things down, or pay as I go. All right. Hey, Amy. My landlord, I had a pet in my last house. I actually had a house. And I had a dog. I like the medium-sized ones. All right. He was kind of like a pit bull, German Shepherd mix. So he was medium-sized. He was a little bigger than a pit bull and not as big as a German Shepherd. Okay. I loved her. But I had to sell. All right. So I had to move into an apartment, and my landlord, he didn't want us to have pets. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to get rid of her. That kind of broke my heart a little bit when I was taking her for the walk down to the pet center to do the last mile. I didn't even put yeah, Amy. I didn't even put a leash on her. I just let her walk beside me, and I had to put her in there. She wouldn't get in the cage, so I had to do the best I could to climb into the cage and get her to follow me in there. Run out real quick. So so I've been thinking about getting a pet. The reason why I'm telling you the story is because I've been thinking about getting a pet. I'm noticing that a lot of men have pets now. I didn't notice that so much whenever I was growing up. It would usually be the old ladies or something. They had one of them little yappy dogs, or the guys who I don't know, the ones that train dogs or something. I'm pretty sure you're aware of the scenario that I'm trying to describe with the guys who have dogs. But I'm noticing now that a lot of people have dogs. And I wouldn't know about the cats because I don't go into a lot of people's houses. But, oh yeah, if you have a cat, oh my goodness, please keep that cat in the house because, what is those birds? If you ever look up, you'll see those birds with the big wingspan. They just kind of fly around up in the upper stratosphere or whatever. Not eagles, but they say that they have really good eyesight. So they just kind of float around, and then if they see something, they zip down and get them. I saw one on a video do that to a cat. Holy moly, boy, that cat really fought for its life, but that bird got it. It was some kind of hawk. That cat was really fighting. I guess it tried to swoop and get it, but the cat grabbed a fence or something. And you just knew it wasn't going to go well for that cat. But that cat held on for a long time. And what the hawk it ended up doing was when the cat lost its strength or something, it, kind of, yeah, so keep your cat in the house. Okay, I think even if you are sitting on the porch or something, you don't want that joker outside. If it's a house cat, keep it a house cat. If it's an alley cat, all right, let that alley cat do its thing. But oh boy, so my cats, I had two cats. One of them got kittens really young. I didn't spay or neuter it. It wasn't even, I don't think it was a year old. And it had kittens because I inadvertently, I didn't understand. So I would let it out. And I guess it got neat. And it ended up having kittens. So, yeah, so be careful. So my landlord, where I live now, he doesn't want pets. And don't you know that his brother moved in after I did, and he had a pet. So of course he wasn't going to tell his brother that he couldn't have a pet. So even though he was the landlord, but to be fair, it was one of them smaller dogs. So the thing I don't like about the smaller dogs is when you leave, they bark all day. So if somebody is unemployed or got PTSD or something, they have to put up with that dog all day. Whenever you're going. So cats are cool. Cats are the way to go. So I might get a cat. And again, I am noticing that people are a lot of guys got dogs now. So, look to those little small ones, and I think that's because they probably rent too. All right, because they probably rent as well. All right. Sorry to hear that I missed my dog too. Yeah, they're great. They just yawn and. Okay. I have a cat. Her name is Sunnybug. I called mine Midnight. So I used to let him go outside, and I would say midnight, midnight whenever I wanted her to come in. Yeah, I know. I need counseling. Okay. I've had two cats, but one walked away. Yeah. My girlfriend had a cat. It got out, and it got hit by a car. So I noticed that whenever I woke up in the morning, that we didn't, that the cat wasn't in the house. So I walked up and through the block, and I saw that somebody had hit it. It was a nice cat. It was all white. Okay. My cat is too obese to get picked up. Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing for cats, but uh, give it love, okay? Cats are people too. All right. My cat is 18. Ooh, wow. My cat is 18. Okay. Do cats have dog years? Yeah, like a dog every year is 7 years old or something like that there. I'm 7 years of age, so if you have a dog that's 7 years old, they're really like 49. Do cats do that? I could probably pull it up in my chat GPT, but if I'm using the speaker, sometimes if I say, "Hey Google," it won't open. So I'll just have to go with you on that one, Amy. Okay, so oh yeah, it did come up. Hey Google, do cats have age in like dog years? Dog year.
According to Catster, understanding how old your cat is does not tell a complete picture of how old their bodies are or how old they might live to be. Cats do not show signs of aging the same way that dogs do, but they can display behaviors and physical changes that could mean your cat is getting older.
Okay, were you able to hear that? Cats don't age the way dogs do, and I guess they don't do their years the same way. But Hey Google said that you could tell by their behavior that they're getting older. Who knew? Okay, you all. So that's all I got. Oh, who came in? Somebody came in here. Let me see. Hey, Thomas. It's good to see you. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, you all. I'm going to go ahead and get some heat. I work in a booth, so I have a portable heater in here, but since it operates on propane, I don't want to put it on high and use up that propane canister. So I got it on medium, so it's a little chilly in here. So I'm going to go ahead and sit in my car where I can turn my heat on and blast it. I got these little small, what is this? A 16-ounce container. Okay. If you get a little heater, okay, the propane cans, if you get the small ones like that, you can't discard those anywhere. I don't want to leave them in the booth. All right, so see, I have a couple of them. So I don't want to leave them in here, even though they're empty, and possibly cause an explosion. You know, with the climate that we're in now, you really start thinking about explosions. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you all know this. If you have to use a little propane thing, you should be able to take them to the same place that you get your big propane ones. Okay, and you should be able to just leave them there. So for example, I have a Lowe's out here. Okay, and I asked them the other day, hey, I bought two because they sell you like a 2-pack. So I asked somebody if, okay. It wasn't, well, what I asked, it was how I asked it. Because when I first bought one of these 2-packs, I asked them, hey, can I bring these back whenever they're empty? And the person who I was talking to said, no. Okay, but this time, now that I'm starting to accumulate some of these because of Snowmageddon, I went to the Lowe's. I got these 2 packs. I think it's like $12 for them, for two. The person I'm told me said no. I asked them, hey, can I bring these back? And they said no, but you can leave them by the propane place, and we'll get rid of them for you. So, uh, adversely, if I hadn't found that out, I gotta go like miles away from where I am just to throw these things away. Jeez Louise. So there's always a way, right? Hey Google, what's Austria's prime minister's name? Austria's prime minister's name.
Morning. How can I help?
What is Austria?
Here are the top search results.
Hey Google, what is Austria's prime minister's name?
Here's information from Wikipedia.
Hey Google, open YouTube. Okay, so Australia's prime minister is it Alexander Van der Bellen, or is that the or is that Austria? One of those two. He's either Austria or Australia's prime minister. Which we're not sure if the prime minister for the place that's having all the bombing issues right now, the consensus is that he might not be with us anymore. Hey, Dean. So, oh boy, I don't know if this is. I don't feel like it's going to be World War III, even though they're doing so much fighting, because it looks bad. Okay, because we've always fought. Hey, hey, D'Angelo. Yeah, so we've always fought. They've always had wars over there. They've always bombed each other. But the odd thing about it is that when you do the research, they tend to be somewhat related or in each other's family line or something like that. They're from, I guess that's what you call it. I mean, they're not like cousins or anything, but they are related by blood. So apparently, their great grandfather was was the same, and but they've always fought. Talk about sibling rivalry. They got it over there like crazy. So I don't know. I don't think that we're going to have World War III or Armageddon. I think there's going to be something a little more serious than what they're doing right now. There's nothing more serious than losing a loved one. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not expecting that what they're doing now is going to cause that. But I remember thinking last night somebody's going to drop the big one. Okay, and I don't know. We have the history of doing that, or we have that in our past, and I hope it isn't ours that's going to be dropped. And I know that the prime minister that is over there, I think he can go nuclear, but since he hasn't for so long, I don't think he will because he's always had problems like that over there. I mean, he just blew that one place to smithereens. Whew, Netanyahu, I guess. He just blew that one place to smithereens. So he did show a lot of restraint, maybe because it was so close to his country, I guess, that he didn't want to use the big one, the A bomb or the H bomb or anything like that there. But the people that he's fighting now, I think they are far enough away that he might be able to use one of the smaller ones. Satan has consumed my soul. Father, um, help Bob 9000 understand that it's not his soul, it's your soul, and you gave it to him, and you'll take it away. So he may be falling for a delusion that is happening to him, but be of good cheer, Bob. Satan can't have anything that the creator of heaven and earth didn't intend for him to have or didn't approve him taking. So that's my prayer for you, okay? Take it easy. You belong to a creator of heaven and earth. Why would the creator of heaven and earth put us down here for his pleasure and then let somebody take it or let somebody take us? If he's almighty and if he's all powerful, I don't want to be one of those kind of people. But I just believe that he's almighty and all powerful, and he wouldn't put us down here to blow us up or to let us get blowed up. So he's protecting you, and your soul is safe under his watchful eye, under his care. He determined that you were going to be here during a time like this, and he determined. Oh, hold on, somebody always got a call. All right. He determined when you were going to be born, and he's the one who determines when you're going to leave. And I'm pretty sure that our souls go back to him. I mean, I would. We are redeemable. That's what those types of scriptures mean. I am redeemed. All right. Yeah, we wish you luck in Australia. You guys are the down under. Okay. So just remember that you're subjected to the same thing we are. Being entertained, being misled, being deceived, being lied to. So what you do is you focus, concentrate, learn to meditate, figure out what you were down here for. If you don't know what you were born for, and if you don't know what you were created for, well, here's what you do. Find a couple of things and try them out. And remember that saying, if you find a job you like You'll never work another day in your life. So you want to be like that, okay? Um, you just try. It's trial and error. A lot of people know what they want to be when they are children. Like if you have little Jimmy in the second or third grade, they'll ask, all right, Thomas, like say when you were in the third grade or something, they asked you, what do you want to be when you grew up? I don't think anybody in the third grade ever said, I don't know. We don't say, I don't know what I want to be until we become adults. I haven't figured out what I want to be yet. But every child knows what they want to be. Uh, the problem comes in when parents get involved. When you want to be a ballerina, but they want a doctor. Okay, so they'll kind of talk you out of that and send you to medical school, which is a waste of time because as soon as you get from under their influence and after college and stuff, you're just going to change careers. So trust your instincts, okay, and you go be you. You go do you. If you want to be a ballerina, be a ballerina. If you want to be a policeman, be a policeman. If you want to be a rocket scientist, be a rocket scientist. Whatever you would do when you're by yourself, that's probably what you were created to do. So, for example, I would sing. No, that's sometimes I sing with no music. Okay. Sometimes I sing when people want me to, and sometimes I sing when people don't. Alrighty then. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my video. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. What is that noise? It sounds like it's right behind me. Okay. All right, and don't be discouraged. Everything is not going to go the way you want. So, sometimes you're going to be right. Sometimes you're going to be wrong in your lifetime. Sometimes you're going to be sincere, and you ended up being sincerely wrong. Okay, so just bounce back as many times as. Hold on, let me see what this is. Oh, it's an asphalt truck. Somebody's I'm trying to fix the street. He's just right here in my ear. And the truck is big enough. I think if I moved over to the other side of the parking lot, I could probably still hear it. What's your tunnel called? David. It's all caps, no space. It has some numbers after it as well, but I'm not looking at it right now. So what I'll do is, Thomas, I'll subscribe to your channel, and you'll see me pop up. It'll be David. Okay. There's always more than one way to do something. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'll pull you up after it publishes, and I have enough chats responses on here that I'll be able to look at the messages. I'll tap on your name. I'm Thomas Brooks dash U11. I'm like that with David too. I have a dash and a couple numbers, but I don't really use them. I just say David, and people have been able to find me. And most of the people who have subscribed to me has subscribed to me while I'm either live or I've done a short video or something. so I don't really have to remember the numbers like you have Thomas Brooks dash U 11. Is that 1 1? Okay, so don't give up. You don't know the ending of your journey yet. We have plans. We have an idea how it's supposed to go, and if it isn't, if it's if it gets difficult, try to remember how you felt when you started. There's always going to be uh, doom and gloom and reasons for you not to do something, and maybe as time goes on, you might not feel that this the same way you did whenever you started. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remember why you started. Last year, at the beginning of 2026, I heard something. It was a very profound statement. I printed it. And not only did I print it, I wrote a note on it. I felt pretty good when I read this because sometimes we'll put up notes and hang them up or whatever. And we may forget uh, what that particular note was referring to. So what I decided to do was just put down. I felt good when I read this. So it was only two sentences, and it wasn't a compound sentence. So, all right. So that's it. Unless there are any questions, thank you for telling me about the cat. Reminding me, okay, I might want to get a cat, but I just had a bad experience with a couple that I did have, but I would consider myself to be a pet lover. If I get a chance, I actually talk to deer. I live on a deer trail somewhere. The deer decide to just come past my house. If I happen to open a door, and if they're out there, because you never know what time they're coming, I'll ask them, "Hey, are you hungry?" And they do communicate. They'll stick their little ears up and look in my direction, and I'll say things to them like, "Well, hold on, I'm going to go back and get you some bread or something." And when I come back out, they're still there, and I toss them some bread or something, and I can talk to the animals that way. But I'm not no Doctor Doolittle. Okay, all right, Thomas. How much subscribers do you have? I think I got about 250, and I got those rather quickly because I started YouTube in 2012, but I never asked people to subscribe to my channel. When I was here, I'm doing these types of videos back when YouTube started in 2012 or something like that, and I just like doing it. I really wasn't interested in subscribers and being monetized and stuff like that. That just wasn't something that I ever thought to do. But as I'm being more as I'm getting some skills with this, like in 2026, I got most of my subscribers in 25, and I'm 2026. Okay, so I got I had maybe I'm trying to think. I think I had maybe 60 subscribers from 2012 up until 2025, and I'm 2026. That's when I first. Now I ask people, "Hey, would you like and subscribe to my channel?" If you like and subscribe to my channel, I will like and subscribe to yours. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized and I'll like your channel and help you get your thousand so that you could be monetized. Because I figure most people are on here with their content, being content creators, they might want to make a couple extra bucks. I would talk, uh, I would talk for free, okay? Which I did with YouTube for years. I'm just like, oh yeah, let me go do a video. If I had something pressing that I thought others would like to hear. So as time goes on, now I'm watching other content creators and I see them doing quite well. Whatever it is they do or however they present their content. And they seem to do it naturally. I know they have to learn some of the ins and outs of it, but they're pretty good at it. So I think I would like that as well. If I see you, one of your YouTube videos I like and I'll subscribe. Okay, I'm usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays because this just was a little thing for me to do uh, here. I like to do it from here because I can make a couple bucks here to help out. So I kind of look at myself like I'm getting paid to do it. Welcome inside my brain. Okay, so Thomas, so what I'll do is after this video publishes, after I say so long, the video will end. But I may not be able to subscribe to Thomas Brooks channel until after it does what YouTube calls publish. So I do a video, it will publish or it will process. It takes 24 hours to process. I guess they want to check and see if I don't know, giving away some national secrets or something. I don't know. So it takes them like 24 hours to process it. And I'm starting to learn that it takes them 24 hours to process it. Then they'll put it in my video list. So I have a list of. Okay, so I think that I can find you. If I can find you, I'll subscribe to you, and then I can do that today or tomorrow. And then you'll see that somebody subscribed to your channel. It should, if you know how to look up your subscribers, you'll see David on there. Okay, and if not, stick with me. We'll work it out. Oh, okay. If you're not a YouTuber, how are you on here? Because it says at Thomas Brooks dash U11. That should be a YouTube channel. I don't know. I think that's how it works. But anyway, if you're not a YouTuber, it's nice to talk to you. I hope that I've said something that helped you. I hope you learned from my little stories about meditating and the benefit of it. I hope you picked up today about how useful the Bible is and how you can refer to it and it helps tremendously because the answers don't change. So the way people present the Bible to you, that might be a variety of ways, but the Bible says the same thing year after year, day after day, and eventually you're going to find a topic in it that'll change how you look at it. Okay? All right. Thanks, Thomas. Thank you all.